It's hard to believe that my best friend was born in 1949, since I was born in 1995. But this is my story. Commander Sergeant Major John Wayne Brown, or my grandpa, who I like to call Papa, has been that person. He's not only been my best friend, my grandpa, but he has been my mentor. He has also been a mentor for many in the Army, since he joined the Army in November of 1966. He also was involved in the National Guard and Air Force for 42 years, where he was given the opportunity to mentor to many women and men throughout the Army. After only 1 year of training, he was sent to Vietnam in 1967. While he was in Vietnam, he worked in the air as a crew chief and an air gunner. While he was on land, he'd be a maintenance man for the helicopters. After Vietnam, he was sent quickly to Kuwait for 6 months. He would describe this experience mainly by saying sand storm, sand dust, sand roads, sand dunes, sand hills, sand smell, sand taste, but most importantly, sand. Everywhere, he would say. It was always a joke of his. He said that this picture always described his experience in Kuwait because it's the view from the left, right, and north and south view, because there was sand everywhere. His main mission in Kuwait was to take out many artillery bases and equipment. He also drove for miles and miles and miles in this sand for 6 months. He said the only time he'd have a place to eat was if they pulled out a chair from the car he was riding in, sat down, and got their own meals. Then he would continue on the road in this completely sand-covered land. After Kuwait, everything was pretty silent for a while, until 9/11, 2001, where the tragedy happened of an act of terrorism taking out the two Twin Towers. He was then sent to Iraq from 2004 and 2005, where he gained multiple honors and medals. One of the great acts that he committed was when he took over one of the palaces for Saddam Hussein. After that, he gained another act when he was the battalion commander sergeant major of the flight crew who took out the bridge, causing Saddam Hussein to be captured and eventually trapped. I did not mention all of my granddaddy's honors, medals, and awards that he gained throughout the Army, but because there was 35 in total. Some of the major awards that he won was the 6th Award Air Medal. This is the highest medal offered to Air Force. He also gained 3 Bronze Stars in many different regions and many different aspects of the Army, National Guard, and Air Aviation. He also gained the St. Michael Bronze Award from the Air Aviation, which is a highly respected honor. The Army Commendation Medal was another honor of his, and he was eventually inducted into the Army National Guard Hall of Fame because of his brave and courageous acts. The most important part to me, though, is that my granddaddy is not just only my papa and my best friend and my mentor, but he's also a father to me. When I was 6 years old, my parents got a divorce, causing me and my brother to live with my mother, for her to take solely care of us all by herself. But my granddaddy helped and was like a father to me. He always said, because I was always wondering why my daddy didn't want to take care of me and left. But he always said, a dad's not the person who puts you on this earth, but someone who takes care of you. And that's why the boy born in 1949 is my best friend and always will be.